In life, we often hear a simple yet powerful truth. Nothing is more powerful than being truly willing. This isn't motivational fluff. It's a profound insight into human nature. No matter how talented or well-resourced you are, if you're not truly willing from the heart, nothing lasting can happen. Confucius, over 2,000 years ago, captured the essence of this truth in his teachings. 1. The one who understands is not as good as the one who loves. The one who loves is not as good as the one who takes joy in it. Confucius said, Translation: he who knows it is not as good as he who loves it. He who loves it is not as good as he who delights in it. This is the progression of willingness. To know something is intellectual. To like it is emotional. But to find joy in it, that's when true willingness is born. Only when someone is truly willing do they move from external motivation to inner drive. Real-life example. Lee majored in finance but had always loved music. After college, he got a stable job at a bank but felt numb. One night, he attended a friend's small concert and something in him awakened. He went home and said, "I'm really willing to give this a try." From that day on, he studied music every night. A year later, one of his compositions was selected for a TV program. He didn't suddenly become talented. He just finally said, "I'm willing." A noble person first demands of himself, then of others. Confucius said, 君子求之继而后求主人. The true noble person doesn't blame others. He starts with himself. Many people say, "I can't do this because others don't support me," or the environment isn't right. But Confucius reminds us, change doesn't start outside. It starts with your own willingness. To be willing to take responsibility, to self-correct, to improve. That's how things truly change. Real-life example. Wang, a startup founder, was struggling with internal conflict in his team. He was ready to fire people out of frustration. But then he said to himself, "I'm willing to look at myself first." He began learning leadership, initiated honest team conversations, and shifted from blame to responsibility. 2 months later, the same team was thriving, not because they changed, but because he did. 3. Set your heart upon the way, rely on virtue, follow the path of kindness, and find joy in the arts. Confucius said, 至于道居于的依于人有于义. The phrase 至于道 means to aspire toward the way. This is more than a goal. It's a sacred inner vow. If you are willing to walk in truth, you draw closer to virtue. If you are willing to act with kindness, understanding grows. If you are willing to learn, you refine your life through beauty. It all begins with one thing: I'm willing. Real-life example. Ms. Lin, an art teacher, felt disillusioned by how her students only cared about grades. She considered quitting, but she told herself, "I'm still willing to hold this light." She started a weekly no-grades class, just art for the joy of it. Slowly, students began engaging, asking deeper questions and shining in unexpected ways. Her willingness to teach from love, not pressure, became a quiet revolution in her classroom. 4. Willingness is the turning point of destiny. Some people have great talent, but never break through. Others have ordinary means, but quietly create extraordinary lives. The difference isn't ability, it's whether they've ever truly said, "I'm willing." To face truth, to admit flaws, to embrace pain, and to stay devoted to what you love. That one sentence outweighs excuses like "I'll try" or "I'll do my best." Real-life example. Ms. Chen, age 45, faced divorce and unemployment all at once. Everyone told her to accept defeat, but she told herself, "I'm willing to start over." She learned computers, took business classes, and opened a small online store. 3 years later, she was not only financially independent, but an inspiration in her community. She didn't have luck or support. What she had was that one powerful decision. I'm willing. Conclusion: willingness is the most tender form of courage and the deepest wisdom. Confucius said, "Even a great army may lose its commander, but a true person will never lose their will." 三军可夺帅业，匹夫不可夺志业. Once a vow is born, it becomes the light in your path. So the truly powerful person isn't the one who can do everything, but the one who, even in hardship, still says with steady eyes, "I'm willing."